All right. When it's time to clean up, you need to know what to do for cleanups. So um, I have my mask started here, but you can see we need to keep it so that you can keep adding objects to it. So what I'm going to do is grab some paper towel. So I got some paper towel here, and I'm going to get that paper towel wet by going over to the sink and getting it wet. And then I'm going to drape that paper towel over my mask just on the top. Okay, just on the top. Then my extra clay. So here I've got my extra clay. If I leave this extra clay and jam it in my bag, it's going to be dry and hard to work with. So it's really important you wedge it back up into a ball. So I'm going to wedge that extra clay back up into a ball because we're going to use this to make all the other objects that I still have to make. So I'm wedging this back up into a ball. And then I strongly suggest you take the opposite side of a loop tool or the needle tool, poke holes in it like this. And then you're going to go over to the sink and you're going to actually fill this with water. And I just have a spray bottle here, but go over to the sink and fill it with water. My camera doesn't want to travel over the sink as I'm doing this. So, okay, those holes are filled with water. And so what's going to happen is that clay is going to stay nice and moist because I'm also going to go over to the sink with some paper towels and get those really nice and wet. And I'm going to wrap this clay in that wet paper towel. So now that clay is going to be really workable and you're going to be able to use it tomorrow. That's part of the clay management process. That's really important to keep your clay usable. Then your bag. So I've got my bag here. I'm going to slide that extra clay into my bag. And then I'm going to, I moved my paper towel, so I got to resituate it there. And then I'm going to slide my mask in there. And then it's really important to try to squeeze out as much air as you can because the air dries out your project. And then I'm going to tie my bag. Again, squeezing out that air, try not to get any air in it. And then it's so important on a piece of tape to put your name. Okay, so I got my tape here because everybody's is going to look the same kind of to start with, and it's going to be hard. If you've got your name on the bag, we can find it easily. So it's super important that you put your name on it. All right, and then if you're here at school, it's important to clean up your area. So like I've got some of these schnivlets of clay here. Okay, you can't leave this for the next person, otherwise it kind of ruins their project. So I've got a dustpan, and all you have to do is sweep it up into the dustpan, take it over to the garbage, throw those little schnivlets in the garbage, and then put the dustpan back on the wall. Your tools, you need to take those over to the sink, wash them off, warm water, put them back in the appropriate bucket. They're all organized by tool type. So the filing knives are in a bin themselves. The loop tools are in a bin. So wash them off. That's an expectation that you clean up your area because that's only fair for the next person. So that's kind of the cleanup procedure. And if you're here at school, that bag will go, I'll point it out, but we have a clay room, storage room, and you are going to put that in the clay storage room. And that's how you kind of clean up and manage your clay.